1 Corinthians 12 verse 4 says, "There are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. There are differences of ministries, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of activities, but it is the same God who works all in all." The history of ministry dates back to the days after Jesus died, when his apostles set forth to the four corners of the globe to spread the word of God. Nowadays, missionary work includes sheltering the homeless, healing the sick, feeding the hungry, and finding those who've lost their faith. Many countries in Eastern Europe, Africa, and South America have been war-torn in their fight for freedom. Without aid from outside humanitarian outreaches, these countries would be prone to losing the freedom and peace they have fought so hard to gain. They not only need food and shelter, but also a healthy dose of spiritual nurturing, since many of these countries were forced to close their doors to religion just a few short years ago. Help Ministries Incorporated is a nonprofit Christian organization with a desire to share the message of hope and faith to all people and races. Since its founding in 1976, Help Ministries has provided assistance to millions of people in Romania, Kenya, and Mexico.
Help Ministries got started out of a passion to help people. In 1965, we were in India and seeing real poverty. God poured into our heart a compassion for those who had such desperate needs. Then in 1991, we went to Romania, and there also seen people in destitute situations. We've been able to go to 150 orphanages and take supplies for them. We've been able to help people that live in the sewer systems. And it all happened because there were those that came alongside, volunteered their time, and we were able to help people. That's what Help Ministries is doing at present, and we want to continue to do that.
Romania and the surrounding nations is overflowing with orphans who struggle daily. In an ongoing effort, the HMI Humanitarian Outreach has sent many containers filled with medical supplies, food, clothing, hygiene supplies, blankets, and other resources to the Balkan region. HMI has distributed these much-needed supplies and also delivered more than 40 tons of food to the Kosovo refugees. HMI is also responsible for developing several Christian radio stations, 2 of which are in Romania.
Radio has no boundaries. Radio is a tool that can be used to reach people anywhere, anytime. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, radio is used to comfort, to bring hope. Radio is a tool that I feel is like a dandelion. When it dries up, it becomes seed, and you don't know where that wind is going to take that seed. It goes out and it floats, and it's just like that with radio. It touches the lives and hearts of people, and you don't even know where that seed or that message is going to drop.
In Mexico, Help Ministries has been helping the people of Pesqueira for the past 3 years by providing food, clothing, personal items, and of course, the saving gospel message of Jesus Christ. Because they are members of an Indian tribe, the people of Pesqueira are segregated from Mexicans, the very society they live in. To give them a place to call their own, HMI is building the people of Pesqueira a church, which will also be used as a community center. This new sanctuary will allow for the teaching of the Word of God and also a simple demonstration of His love by bringing food and opportunities for learning to this lonely and separated community. Kenya is also a country that has benefited greatly from the generosity and love that Help Ministries offers. HMI has helped develop a prison ministry that currently has taken in more than 700 prisoners and helped them find salvation through the Word of God.
This is a curriculum that was used to teach the inmates on purpose for their life even though you're in prison. Every year Kenya releases 300 prisoners in the Kitale area, and normally 300 prisoners return to prison. But since they have been taught the purpose-driven life, a year ago, only 2 returned back into the prison system because those 2 did not go through the purpose-driven life. So yes, the effectiveness of the ministry has been incredible.
A lot of the work and assistance provided by Help Ministries in the United States and in countries around the world is provided by volunteers who want a cause bigger than themselves. 100% of the money the ministry receives from its supporters is sent to the designated project without taking any of the proceeds for salaries and other overhead expenses.
Much of what has been accomplished through HMI has been through volunteer people. In fact, we've been able to build studios for radio stations, plant churches, and reach out to communities where they've never had the gospel before. In fact, in Kenya, our director recently went to the Pokot tribe, and this is a tribe that had never had the gospel before. But he was able to reach into this area because somebody gave some money for a vehicle, and then he was supported by people that gave money, and now we are going to plant a church because there's converts in this tribe for the first time. Now, that's what Help Ministries is all about.
Ministry work doesn't have to mean a life of sacrifice and hard work, but rather a move towards helping someone less fortunate than you, providing someone with a smile, a hug, and a helping hand. If you would like more information on Help Ministries Incorporated, call 1-888-345-0863 or visit them online at www.helpministries.org to find out how you can get involved in helping your fellow man.